All right, so let me go ahead and say the prayer now. I want to give thanks to the primordial great mother, the ancestors, the ancestral spirits of creation, the angels, the archangels, the angels, the ancestors themselves, come to the throne of the primordial mother herself, the great mother, for we are thankful for another day that we see. We are thankful for the changes that are occurring. We are thankful for you answering and protecting us and also hearing a call. For we heard the call. It's time for all of your children that heard the call after you made your call to come forth and get ready to claim your throne. And on that note, protect us from, guide us from those that claim to be spiritual, that claim to be connecting to you, but they are not connected to you for what they are, fallen ones, archons, lying to the children, taking information from the children and putting themselves in front of it like they really, really talk to you and communicate with you. Divine Mother, we hear you and we know what's about to happen. We come forth to let you know we are with you, for your children know that you are rising again. We love you. Ashe, Ayah, Bobo. That's it. So, apparently, everything that your little big brother talked about dealing with the primordial mother is happening. I really want to say something. Peace, how you doing? The primordial mother actually, y'all, do y'all understand what's happening? That they're not talking about all these earthquakes is happening, all of these natural disasters are happening, even down to the so-called oil down in Venezuela. And shout out to Mother Shelley Casey. She told me that the oil is actually the blood of Tiamat. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that happened, earthquakes, all this stuff has been going on for a very long time. Very long time. Very long time. Like, did y'all know how many like how y'all did y'all know that Japan got hit with hella earthquakes, like a couple earthquakes last year, or the so called last year? I say it was actually still this year because we didn't hit 2026 until the spring solstice. And stuff that's going on in California, like a lot of stuff going on, earthquakes and stuff hitting. A lot of natural disasters happening they're not talking about. Y'all know they talk about Leviathan. I did the research. Leviathan is actually Tiamat. No, but I know people that's on the coastal region near California. Um, and there's a brother that's been keeping tabs on the natural disasters right now. I forgot his name, but I'm gonna find his YouTube channel again from one of the mods, and I'm gonna play his videos. There's stuff going on that they're not talking about. Um, when I tell y'all there's changes going on in the planet, they're not talking about. They're not talking about it. You got people talking about Tiamat. You got people talking about the rise of Tiamat. You have people talking about the great dragon mother and so on. And I told y'all during the spring, energy's coming. The crazy thing is, every time I talk about stuff like this, Somebody is always putting up this information on their channel to confirm it. And I'm laughing because this platform of ours is so small that you got people actually watching, posting up the stuff that's being said on this channel, and people are praising people from what the person is posting, and they not realizing that on this channel of ours, we've been talking about the primordial great mother and so on, and the coming of her. And she goes by the Great Black Madonna, who the Pope and them be praying to. There's videos of her showing that she's a draconian, uh, I don't like to say queen, but let's just say empress, but she's slash the god that created all, that she is the all, that the cosmos itself is her womb, and that this planet is pretty much the body or the remnants of her, and she's moving and she's actually letting it be known that she is fully going to awaken stages in awaken mode. We played videos on here many lives ago showing people filming themselves asking Gaia slash Tiamat to touch them, and the trees would literally touch them. Nobody's behind them moving the trees. This has been going on for quite some time. There's even footage of trees getting up and running. Not AI. There's mystical creatures coming out the woodworks. Talked about that too. Shout out to Conscious Juice, because Conscious Juice been talking about that. He also showed videos of Tiamat. Many of her children are knowing what time it is, and they telling everybody like, "Hey, your part reptilian. Hey, that Kundalini energy. That's the divine serpent energy that is connected to the how can I put this? The mitochondrial DNA that's only found in so-called black women. And guess what? It is also activating not just the so-called black women in America that is finally feeling the energies and the pulsating sensation, but it's also letting them know that Mother Tiamat is resurrecting. That she is what you call the Christ consciousness, or may I say the Christos consciousness, as well, because of that Kundalini energy is directly connected to her, and also is connected to all 12 stargates. All of this stuff happening, and they're keeping everything on the hush. I just think it's funny because we've been talking about the primordial mother for a long time, and how it's connected to how the Kundalini is how it's connected to how she's connected to the Kundalini, the Eve gene, which you call the mitochondrial, that is only found in so-called black women, and is connected to the so-called black man. And then to top all of that, we were called Nagas, which is the serpent people. That even Holistic Remedies 9, dear beloved brother, shout out to him. He even talked about how this planet has chakras too. He also did a video letting it be known that that rumor has it that Tiamat is now roaming and finally has now reawakening, and how she's literally how people are actually seeing her. And remember, I told y'all about the final showdown. And I told y'all on our channel that years ago, approximately 16 years ago, I came across this guy at an old job I worked at, and he came across one of my old mentees who I still talk to this day, saying I need to talk to brother Forte Ill. I didn't go to work that night because I worked the graveyard shift. And when I spoke to him, he literally said out his mouth that my grandmother told me to reach out to you. I don't know the guy's grandmother. Didn't know the guy like that. The guy literally said out his mouth, I was told to come to you. Now, this 16 years ago, y'all remember the PS5, PS4 was popping back then. PS3 was popping, I think, and then the PS4 came out. I'm playing Marvel Ultimate Alliance during the time. When I'm playing Ultimate Alliance, I get a download saying an alliance is coming. Keep this in mind. Take note. This brother came and told my mentee what he is. And he told my mentee, he said, yo, tell your mentor that I'm a werewolf. I told y'all in the other lives he said this. And he said out his mouth, there's going to come a time that all these skyscrapers, all this stuff is going to be gone. And it's going to be a final showdown between those that are one with nature and those that are trying to destroy it. Now you got this thing going on with Tiamat. There's a sister on YouTube that's from Baltimore, where I'm located. Go by the name of Zen Wombs, who I was real friends with back in the day. And she said to me years ago that she saw a final showdown with people wearing all white. And I'm like, okay, interesting. Now I was younger then, and it didn't register. She was like, it's a final showdown between these people that's wearing all white and these people trying to destroy, I guess, nature or something that's connected to nature. And I'm like, okay, because during that time, beloveds, I was around a lot of people that was so aware that seen things before happening in the near future. So 16 years ago, we're talking approximately 2009, I'll say. Yeah, like 2009, 2010 on the Gregorian calendar. So let's fast forward. She said that these people was wearing all white, getting ready for a final showdown, beloveds. So now here we are. I told y'all what particular people wear all white. People that practice ancient spiritual practices. Hi, how you doing? Chance, how you doing? That practice ancient spiritual practices that go back to what you call Ifas, Voodoo, Santeria, Miombi. Just naming a few. Sangoma, Hoodoo. I'm naming stuff right now. This is all connected to this final showdown that I've been telling y'all about. And this werewolf said, he said, yeah, it's going to be a final showdown. Then you got to remember, Zen Womb said years ago, 16 years ago, it's going to be people wearing all white. White deals with purity. And we ain't talking about the so-called skin because that's another topic because that deal with status. But this showdown that's about to happen, I'm starting to see, and people keep on trying to say, oh, it's the showdown between several governments against Tiamat. And I went on this person's page, their community, and I literally said, no, it is not them against Tiamat. It is them against Tiamat and her children. You ask yourself, well, who on earth is the children of Tiamat? The Nagas. The Nagas are the children of Tiamat. The serpent people, the Asiatic people, what some of you racists call the ninjas, just to not say the real word, which translate into Nagas. To the so-called black woman of America, also those in West Africa, because what people don't know is the brothers and sisters in West Africa, shout out to the sister that said it, they were actually used to be over here until that drift took place and separated everything. So those in Benin, Nigeria, Ghana, just to name a few, y'all were actually the descendants of the ancient Atlanteans, also who were also called the Washita, the Yamasi, the Geechee Gullah, and so on, the all the way down to the connecting parts, the connecting people of the Arawak. May I say more? Y'all are part of the Asiatic family. Also, my brothers and sisters that are in the Philippines, y'all Asiatics too. Y'all belong to the bloodline of the Washita, Yamasi, and so on, the Arawak. Shout out to Rod Hayes on something because he said on about the gathering of the mothers, and then you had a Moorish brother that was on Dr. Kier Pruitt that talked about the royalty, the royal, I think the royal sister of the Philippines having the Ring of Solomon on, who is actually blood, who's a part of the bloodline of the Washita, the Moors, the Maranos, the Mers. This has nothing to do with Morocco over there in what they call El Kebrilan, which is Africa. We're talking about El Marak and also, may I say, Turtle Island, which is this country here. Many people are finding out that a lot of cities in this country has biblical names. They're also finding out that they're pyramids in what you call the Grand Canyon. Brother Tim, peace to you, my beloved brother. They're finding out about the hieroglyphics in the Grand Canyon. On this channel of ours, I showed two Caucasian men talking about the extraterrestrials that's underwater and said that there's spaceships coming out the water. This stuff is so serious that now the mermaids are coming out in the woodworks now. There's been underground wars that they not talking about. If you remember, Animal Planet had an old show talking about the mermaids and the group of researchers called NOAA. Shout out to Real Kaya, and I've got the sister name who's a part of the Arawak, who's Haitian. Forgot the sister's name, but she spoke on the mermaids on her channel. And those brothers and sisters, that's a part of the Arawak, which is also connected to the Yamasi and the Washita. There's a saying in IT not to go out late at night because the mermaids are going to get you. Don't believe me? You better ask them. And you say, how I know, right? I did research in my family bloodline. We are connected to IT because of the family in Louisiana. People don't know the connection to Louisiana and IT. I have a godmother, spiritual mother that's Haitian, and she told me the connection. She also told me the connection between those of Haiti and Louisiana that have the Anunnaki bloodline. Well, people don't know that the Anunnaki, know it or not, are kin to Tiamat. Here's the kicker. All you Moors of the Moor Science Temple and what you call yourself Mers, guess what? You are considered the priestesses and priests of Anu, who is none other than the great grandson, if not the great great grandson of Tiamat. Y'all better do the research. Then we have Chief Rarebird. Shout out to her and everybody that's connected to her, that's letting us know who the hell we are, along with the chief of the Yamasi, who's alive today, and so on. Oh, yes, most definitely, Brother Tim. This shit is about to go down, y'all. Do y'all understand what really is going on? Then you also have the so-called black Brits coming out, letting everybody know, hey, we've been here. And the ones that's in Scotland, hey, yo, we've been here. The Irish, the black Irish coming out too. Hey, we've been over here. Oh, we're related to the brothers and sisters over there in the United States. They are cousins. They saying this shit. It's about to go down. There's a brother right now who's going to court against so-called King Charles and say he is not the real king, that his family, which are melanated are the real blood line to the daggone throne, and what? In the United Kingdom, which you call Britain. Don't believe me, you better look it up. This stuff is going down. All this stuff is interconnected to what's going on with the reawakening of Tiamat, because now her children, the Nagas, which is us, are waking up. The mothers of the planet that are melanated are now coming together. I hope y'all seen the Aquaman movie and all that shit. Why were we called the Mers, aka Moors? Why were we called that? We were closely connected to the waters, y'all. You are part reptilian. I've been telling y'all this shit, just like I learned from reading Dr. Malachi York information, from Bobby Hemmett, studying this stuff for years, trying to put pieces of the puzzle together. And then you got people that are saying, oh, the Masons are evil. Do you not know that the square and compass is the emblem of the XX chromosome with their letter G, and they're talking about Gaia, which is the sacred geometry, which is dealing with the so-called black woman, that is dealing with the Kundalini, which is the which is connected to the mitochondrial DNA, that is also dealing with the serpentine energy, the divine serpentine energy that is connected to all 114 chakras in the body. That is, once activated, you have powerful psychic gifts that's phenomenal, beyond measure, that is connected to all 12 stargates. Also, those stargates are connected to what? Your 12 DNA strands. So you ask yourself, who are you? God damn it, you are the real X-Men that they talked about in Marvel. If you don't believe me, Stan Lee said he made the X-Men during the so-called civil rights movement. And then Professor Xavier and Magneto are one. Magneto is Malcolm X. Professor Xavier is Martin Luther King Jr. They asked them, well, where are the black people? The mutants were the black people. You know why they were considered that? Because of the daggone X chromosome, the mitochondrial DNA that is only found in so-called black women. Y'all better do the research. I played the videos on here on our channel with that Albion guy stating that the only species or race of women that have the Kundalini is none other than the so-called black woman. Don't y'all know they call Tiamat also the Black Cosmic Mother? The so-called Black Cosmic Mother. That's what they call Tiamat. Do y'all know that? I kid you not. Look it all up. I told y'all get the book, The Great Black Mama of Creation by Suzar. I told y'all that. See, I'm letting y'all know. I told y'all something's going to go down. Some ancient energy is coming during the spring solstice. You got people who watch the channel, like Remedy H and many others. Oh, I'm naming names, that watch this channel, document the information about Tiamat, run off with it. And then they play it, and next thing you know, looky, here we are. Let me tell you something. I don't remember if I said this on our channel, but I did get a download some time ago. And I said in one of those lives on our channel, when I was going through the discrepancy of the person that had been stalking me for 5 years, I said, I could have sworn I said this channel of ours, you think you shut me up. But the primordial great mother said, you're not the only child I have. I have many. They're coming, they're going to start speaking on my behalf. And that's what's going on. Rod Hayes talking about it. Young Elder speaking about it now. Forget Empress Redbird also know too. Empress Redbird know all of them know this. Why do you think all the mothers are uniting now across the planet that are melanated? Why do you think I told everybody on our channels about the bloodline? I've been saying this stuff. Matter of fact, I said this on an old channel I was featured on, letting everybody know it's all about the bloodline. It's all about the damn bloodline. And everybody looking like, well, how do this guy know? You know, I'm going to show you how I know, goddammit. I'm going to show y'all this. You want to know how a brother know? I'm going to show you. This is Oshun, right? I told everybody in Santeria, she claimed my crown. Let's tell you something. Oshun is one of her 10,000 names. Don't believe me. The book, The Great Black Mama Creation by Dr. Suzar, right? Let me show y'all something. See, now I'm about to put, you see this book right here? This book right here. You can tell I've been reading because I look at the bottom. I've been reading the hell out this book. I'm about to show y'all something. Oshun is also connected to Mommy Water. Have a connection to Mommy Water. Her, Yemoja, I'm just naming a few. Don't believe me? I'm about to show it to you. See, I come with the receipts. God damn it! There's no game over here. I'm telling y'all. How you doing, Empress? How you feeling? Let me see. And I'm glad you call yourself Empress and not Queen. I appreciate you saying that. Matter of fact, I had nothing but love when see you right now. I'm gonna give you this. Bong. Smart, beloved. That's how we gonna do that with you. You know what I'm saying? That's how we gonna do that with you. Make sure you got, yeah, you good. We're gonna make that happen. Now, this is where we at. Oh, great, okay. Okay, cool. Let me see if I can, I'm looking for the name, right? I'm looking for Oshun right now. This right here, you can tell me reading this book. This right here, no problem. You see this right here? This particular drawing or symbol is a veve. This veve is connected to voodoo. That is also the veve of Azuli. Now, let's go ahead and look. You got to bear with me. Similar energies. Look at the similar energies of Oshun. Hat Haru, who is Hathor. Mami Wata. Didn't I just now say Azuli Frida? You see that? You see that? These are receipts, baby. Look at the gemstones connected to her. Look what chakra she's connected to. Okay? Look at this. It shows you body components and everything connected to Oshun. It also shows you offering. Look at the 5-pointed star. Remember I told you the 5-pointed star, which you call the pentagram, is one of her symbols. Guess what? All you Moors of the Moor Science Temple, guess what? You use that symbol to represent y'all. And let's also talk about this. That 5-pointed star representing her, Oshun herself, that 5-pointed star is also found in Islam. That is the Islamic symbol with the 5-pointed star and the daggone moon and crest, the crest moon with the star. That star is a 5-pointed star. I'm gonna show you real quick, sister beloved. Hold on, I'm just showing everybody this. Look at it. Her number is 5. Colors gold, green. Then it tell you all the other stuff. It tell you her animal totems. Give me a second. I'm about to show you. This is the name of the book. Grasping the Root of Divine Power. Now, the crazy thing is this. I showed you the statue, and I told you that she's also my Orient Santeria. She's also my mother. She's one of my mothers in Ifa and so on. She's one of my mothers. You want to know who my other mother is? Yemoja. You want to know who my other mother is? You want to know who my father is? Shango. See, this is it right here. Let me tell y'all something. I go by the name Nega Dezo for a reason that was given to me. It was given to me in the spirit realm back in 2009. I can tell you, Haru Sin Asar. Haru, son of Asar. That was given to me years ago in meditation because I was about to join Dr. York's AEO, but something told me not to do it because for some reason I don't join organizations when the main person is no longer present because I don't trust the energies there. That's the only reason. When the main person is gone, I don't step foot near the organization because then I got to question everybody in the organization and I don't trust everybody with my personal info. But I did receive the AEO application with a gold seal on it. That was several years. I go on about things, but let's go back to the matter at hand. When it comes down to what's happening, my beloved family on YouTube, the Cosmic family, the mothers, the sons, the brothers, the fathers, whomever you want to, Nagas, the sisters, the mothers. I really hope y'all feeling the energy from Tiamat because from here on out, all the way to the daggone winter solstice, you're going to feel the energy of her because now they're talking about that she's going to probably come, Brother Pisces the King, that she's probably going to be making her true awakening this year, they're talking about. And now the ancient energy that's coming that I've been talking about during the spring solstice, which is the real new year, not January. January is considered the death month because it's still connected to what? It's still connected to Saturnalia. Don't believe me, look it up. Saturnalia is connected to the Roman god named Kronos. It is also connected to the sign Capricorn, where a lot of people that's in the Christian faith who get the depiction of Satan being horns, that is connected to the sea goat. Then those that are that are talking bad about the eastern stars being an upside down pentagram and showing the goat face, guess what? That is also connected to what? The goat is connected to the sea goat, which is Capricorn. Listen, esoterically, Satan is Saturn. Venus is Lucifer. Y'all better do the research. Now, let's go back to this. How all this coded together, right? It's real simple. When you mention the sea goat, you got to start asking yourself a question. You got the word sea. What is the sea? Water. Right? And Saturn is considered in astrology the great chastiser, the disciplinary. Venus is also considered the divine loving planet, which is connected to Hathor, the Pleiades, so on. And Saturn is also connected to the gases and so on, connecting to the neutrons, protons, and electrons, which give you the three sixes, which is carbon, which is also connected to the different which is all connected to certain star constellations. They're also dealing with alignments and so on. I'm just paraphrasing everything because y'all need to know how all this correlates together. All these different star systems, all this stuff is also dealing with everything that's connected and actually, how can I put this? Because there's so much coming at me at one time. Because this is really all I'm getting hundreds of thousands of downloads, and I can't keep up with everything right now. I swear to y'all, I'm not just making this shit up. And I'm sweating right now because of all of this. Okay. The she goat is also connected. Give me a second, y'all. It got me all over the place because I'm trying to calm it down. And it's so much stuff I gotta tell y'all, and it's like so powerful right now. I can't get it out. I can't get all of it out. So it's gonna have to be another live more than likely, so I can calm myself down because all this is coming to me. Um, I need y'all to see what the sea goat is also connected to, because this is dealing with another Orisha. Give me a second. Give me a second. This is not the one right here. Bear with me, because when I say this book have a lot of information, it talks about a lot in here. And when I tell y'all right now that the energy that I'm feeling is really pulsating right now, and I'm feeling a pulsating sensation right now. Look at this. Who is this, y'all? Who is this? What's this name? What this name say? Eshu, the gatekeeper between heaven and earth. Look at the names. Okay? Now, look at the similar energies. Look at the similar energies. Look at the similar energies. You see that? Look at the gemstones too. You saying, where the hell is he going at with this? I'm gonna tell you. I'm tell you. Tell you. All right. When I tell y'all, I feel this is some pulsating energy going on right now. So many downloads happening right now. I'm trying to get everything in order because it's like when the downloads came, it came at me all at one time. I swear to y'all, this never happened to me before. It's like overload. Hold on. All right. Venus was called Lucifer in Judeo Christianity. Venus was also called Aphrodite. Venus was also connected to the Oshun energy. Don't believe me? Look it up. Look, the 5-pointed star that I showed y'all, the Moors have that symbol. Hathor is similar energy to that of Oshun. There's a Disney movie out, have 2 parts to it. Thank you. There's a Disney movie out that have 2 parts to it, and it's called Maleficent. Looked up that movie Maleficent, and I want y'all to do this. Look at a picture of Hathor with the horns, and then look at Maleficent. In the first part of the movie Maleficent, they said that Maleficent was the queen of the Moors. I swear to you, The first movie in Maleficent said that Maleficent was the queen of the Moors. And I hate to use the word queen, but that's what it said in the movie. I just showed you the five-pointed star. Then I showed you how Oshun is have similar energies to Hathor or Hatharu and Mami Wata. Remember who I said about the sea goat. Now it's making a little. Now it's coming to me a little bit. Remember I talked about the sea goat and I said that the sea deals with what? The water, right? What particular Orisha is connected to the sea? There's actually two, but I'm gonna show you one of them that a lot of us know about, and I'm gonna show you the similar energies to her, to somebody else, to another that has similarities. Look at this one. What name is this? Yemoja. She is the primordial what? Mother. Isn't that something? She is the primordial mother. Now, how many of y'all remember Pirates of the Caribbean? Calypso. Remember her? Don't y'all know if you go on YouTube and find out that there's certain videos that's saying another, that's talking another language, they have it in English, and they call her Yemoja. And Calypso turns into what? A giant when they whispered in her ear. That was Yemoja in that movie. When she was a witch, that was considered Oshun. When she became the goddess, she became the primordial mother. In that movie, she turned into all kinds of things. Remember, she turned into a crab or whatever. Then all those crabs went into the water, and she became the violent waters. That is also connected to Tiamat. Now let's go ahead and show y'all something. Y'all can tell I've been reading the hell out of this book. Let's see if we can find similar energies. Similar energies. Look at the similar energies. Aset, La Sirene, Mami Wata, what's that? Madre de Aqua. Look at her reincarnations. Y'all look, y'all. The sea goat is connected to the waters. In the beginning, that used to be our first son. Saturn deals with is all these gases on Saturn and the rings of Saturn and so on, right? I kid you not. What y'all need to know is that Saturn goes by another name, El, which is ill. Okay, if I'm not mistaken. I did a lot of research, and a lot of times I make sure I have receipts for that, but I remember that. But here's another kicker. The name El is connected to the divine principles and is also connected to the Elohim or Elohim, or may I say the primordial mother, because it's connected to the primordial, it's connected to the feminine principles of the divine mother. Shout out to the brother Pisces the King. And then to top all of that, the name Il in the Moorish teachings, the appellation, it deals with an indigenous group called the Cherokee. And they guard the North Gates, or connected to the North Gates. All this is connected to the primordial mother, no matter what the case may be. We are in a time where the women, the melanated woman is about to claim her throne back, and Becky can't hold that from her anymore. Becky cannot hold the standard of beauty anymore. Now she is running and realizing that she is the mutated gene, and it was never the melanated woman. Look, all these earthquakes and volcanic eruptions is dealing with the resurrection of Tiamat. All the planet. Listen, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's not. I just don't know the date. This alignment is a serious alignment that's coming in this so-called new year too. This alignment is very, very important. Along with this alignment is going to be something that haven't happened in I don't know how many years. And I never make predictions like this. But there's something that's going to transpire that's going to be seriously changing to everybody here. People saying it's Tiamat, that's one. But this alignment is also pertaining to something ancient. Listen, y'all, there is some things that is unbelievably that's about to be transpiring in this new year coming, and it's happening, and this global carrying right before our eyes. Everybody from the TikTok, from YouTube are talking about Leviathan, but this Leviathan energy is also in the melanated woman and the men, and this energy is going to be phenomenal because it's going to be changing us spiritually because of this alignment that's coming. And they're doing everything in their power to cover the sun and the rising of the temperatures on the planet because we're in the sun cycle. How many of y'all remember last so-called last year, which is not even last year, this year, which is still 2025 under the Gregorian calendar? How many of y'all remember that China had heat beyond measure that they never had before? Suggestion for those just walking, just waking. Exactly. I'll tell you. First, a suggestion for those that's just awakening. What you can do, um, if you can buy some grounding shoes. I forgot what they call. Get them from Amazon, right? Wear them when you walking in the park or whatever. Just wear them, walk around in it, and just ground yourself in nature. And if you can, just breathe in, breathe out, work on your breathing. You gotta breathe like a baby. You know what I'm saying? You know how babies breathe? That's how we gotta breathe. Everything's pertaining to the breath. Okay? Everything's pertaining to how the way we breathe. All right? Another thing that you can do, right? Um, you can create an altar for your ancestors. Those that probably passed and so on, and remember what they like and just put it on there, but you got to clean it, okay? And always thank your ancestors because you are them. You are your ancestors. Always thank them too. I hope that's helping you. I had my eyes closed before I saw your question. Okay? You do that. You make that altar for your ancestors as well. And you also want to ground yourself out in nature. Sometimes you need to go out for a walk and be one with nature to get away from all of the technology and just have a little shutdown moment. Okay? Um Another thing you can do is you can start buying books on psychic self-defense because by you being a woman, you need to know how powerful your intuition is and how to protect your psychic gifts. If you're still on here, Empress 503, let me know, and I'm hoping that you're listening. Okay. Um, the energy is real hot, y'all. It's real hot, and this never happened to me before. I'm not acting either. I'm a terrible actor. Okay, I'm a terrible actor. Whoo. Mm. And it's crazy. If you're still on here, let me know. You would like to talk to me? Okay. Um, get a pen and paper. Okay, I'll give you my email. You can email me. I'm always checking my email. That's what we're gonna do. You're not taking up my time, but I'll give you my email. Let me know when you're ready, and then I'll answer my email, and I can help you on your journey, so you can get yourself on point. I'll do the best that I can on my part. Okay, because I'm not a woman. I'm a man. I have a daughter, and she be okay. You ready? All right. Um, B as in Bob, R as in Randy, A as in Apple, N as in Nancy, D as in Donald, O as in Orange, N as in Nancy, F as in Frank, O as in Orange, R as in Rod, T as in Thomas, E as in Eden, 48 at gmail.com. I hope you have it. If you need me to go through it, go over it again, I can. Just give me the thumbs up or say, I got it. You ain't taking up my time. I guess everything there with alignment, the reason why you came on here. I will be featured on the Sister Life Has No Niche channel. Shout out to her. She's one of the mods. I will be on her channel soon. And we're gonna just talk about the primordial mother and so on. I told her I just need to freestyle again. All right. Let me write it down. Let me do it like that. Give me a second. I'm gonna get me a pen and paper because I want to show it to you because I want you to make sure. I want to make sure you have it. See if I have a pen and paper. I have all these daggone books that I be reading. I know I have a pen in my daggone bag. Oh, I'm about to say, you're not gonna play with me. I have so many daggone books, man. I'm talking, son. I'm just talking. All right, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna write it down. We're gonna write it down so you can see for yourself. Y'all, I know y'all like, damn. Yeah, I gotta make sure. It's like I'm always checking my email, always. Okay, but I'm gonna write it because I kind of wrote a slot because penmanship is real neat, but when I get these downloads, I just get overwhelmed, y'all. I get overwhelmed, and that's happened to me on a live. I couldn't even remember half of the stuff I was saying because I do get serious downloads, and when I get them downloads, it's no joke. Okay, it's really no joke. Like I'd be like messed up in the game. You'd be like, God dang, what was going, and then next thing it just came. Look at the bottom one. Okay, the one at the bottom. Okay, BrandonForte at gmail.com. Okay, all right, you got it. Let me know you got it. Do you have it? Anybody need to contact me, you always can you go on my email. I have information to share. You said you got it? Okay. You said I couldn't get it on my own, but I got it. I got okay. So you can email me, okay? So you do have my email, right? So you're not taking up my time. I just need to know if you have it, if you got the copy, if you saw my email. Because I can show it to y'all again. Y'all email me and I can go over everything with y'all. I apologize. I know I was supposed to talk about other things, but when I see anybody, brother or sister, that need help when they're going through their awakening process, is one of my jobs to make sure that they get pointed to the best direction that fit them. That's one of my jobs here. I was told years ago I was a light worker, but I tell everybody I'm a light worker that came from the dark into the light, meaning that I came from the womb of the primordial mother, came here incarnated, and she literally told me years ago that she sent me here herself. I kid y'all not. And I mean it. I showed you the statue of Oshun. That is one of her 10,000 names. And then at the same time, I went over on the other mothers that I'm connected to, and so on. I'm not making up none of the stuff I tell y'all. I do the best to try to help out those that need to know what direction to go, and find out what is their best direction for me to go from here on out. So I just want to know if the sister, if you got a sister, if you do, mother, just let me know. Um, Man, I am so hot right now. And the thing about it is, it's not because what I have on. It's the energy. It's the energy. And it's like I never went through this before. And I wear hats to protect my crown because I've been having people that okay, you sent me a test. Let me see. Let me see. Give me a second. I probably received it. Mm-mm-mm-mm. All right, just give me a second. I got my daughter texting me too. My daughter over there over my aunt house. No, no, she didn't say that. This is what we're going to do. Just in case you got that you need to see it again. Look, I'm gonna show it to everybody. This is my email again at the bottom. That's more clear, so you can email. Okay. I check my email every time, all the time. If you need to email me. Okay. So and sister Mother Empress 503, we can talk outside of YouTube if you want. I normally don't give everybody my number, but something told me I can trust you. Okay. All right. So I just want everybody to know where we at now is that Tiamat is fully awakening, and the mothers or late the women need to know how serious this is. When I say she's awakening, she's totally awakening, and y'all need to know that y'all are connected to it along with the brothers. Like y'all need to know this because by her being who she is, we're going to feel that pulsating energy during this springtime. I'm telling y'all, it's an ancient energy. And these people that are in power are scared, period. All these volcanic eruptions, all of these earthquakes, landslides, even down to those so called fires, all that other shit, everything is because of the awakening of Tiamat. Many people call her Gaia. Some people call her Gaia, they call her the queen of the heavens. She has 10,000 names, 10,000 titles. Listen, the cosmos is her womb and is also connected to the all. The all kicker. When it comes down to certain religions like Islam, right? In the teachings of the 5 percenters of the nations of gods and earth. Oh my God, I swiped and lost you. Lost you all. Lost all. Lost all. Lost you all, Gus. Okay. Well, do you need me to show it to you again? Because I'll show it to you again. Okay. Just let me know you need me to show you my email again. When it come down to it, remember the name Allah? From the 5% nation or the nation of gods and earths, they say arm, leg, arm, head. You know what that also you know what that symbolizes? The 5-pointed star. The 5-pointed star symbolizes arm, leg, arm, head. Can I tell you something else? The 5-pointed star symbolizes the womb man. I'm getting all kinds of ding ding. I don't know if there's somebody sending me an email. I guarantee you, I'm gonna have to go ahead and check it when I get off here. The 5-pointed star represents the complete man, which is the womb man, which is a man with a womb, which you call women today. She's the complete man. Leonardo da Vinci made made something out of the 5-point star and said that was the complete man. In the Gregorian calendar, there's 365 days in a year. If you add up the 365 days in a year on a Gregorian calendar, you get the number 14. The number 14 is not the number 5. The number 5 is very significant because that's not just that's the sign of Oshun, but at the same that's the number for Oshun. But here's the kicker: it also symbolizes the womb man. But another thing is, during the so-called 365 days in a year, there are different cycles of the moon. The moon, the different cycles of the moon is connected to the womb. And also the womb man's what? Menstrual cycle. Now, I'm not a womb man, but when I hear women talking, they say menstrual cycle can come, not too hurtful, but sometimes they come hurting and they be fucked up. I'm saying. The reason for that is because she's in tune with the cosmos. Like I said, the reason why she goes through that because she's in tune with the planet and the cosmos. In the 5% nation, they call her Earth, Gaia, Tiamat. Think about that. In the 5% nation, they call the women Earth. So you got to start asking yourself a question. Why would they call the womb man Earth in the 5% nation? Because she's an aspect of the primordial great mother. Professor James Small was asked by a sister several years ago, well, who are we? And Professor James Small told that young sister, there's an ancient Kemetic text that the great Amun Ra looked at his daughter Mayat and started wondering and started thinking, is he the true God? Come to find out, he was not the real original God, that it was his mother. His mother represented the triple darkness. I really want y'all to understand what I'm saying. We come from the triple darkness. When did the darkness ever become evil? I'll tell you when the darkness became evil. When the Albion came on the scene and started feeding you the ass backwards version of Christianity. Not the real version of it. Their version. You come from darkness. The triple darkness. You say, what you mean? The 3 trimesters of your mother when you was inside her womb. Then you came into light. You started crying. Her water broke, which also shows that you're part reptilian. You've been draconian and didn't realize that shit. You have a reptilian brain. You don't believe me? You better look at that semen all over again. How look at the daggone. We are in the information age. Look how that semen moved like a serpent. You know what the remnants of that daggone semen? Your spinal cord, your eyes, and your brain. You better think about that, and your heart start growing from that too. But the serpentine, exactly. I'm telling y'all, real talk. I'm not making this stuff up. That spinal cord. Remember, y'all heard of Jacob's ladder? That spinal cord you heard of, Jacob's ladder. That's your spinal cord, beloveds. The 33 vertebrae is Jacob's ladder, where you meet the Most High, your crown. Your crown is a transmitter to the cosmos, to the primordial mother, and also the waters of the primordial mother that the womb man needs to remember, because her womb is what? The water. When you are, I don't want to say too much around my son, but when you are procreating with the womb man, see, look at that, brother Tim. I remember being in my mom's womb and came out. I saw her and Saxon nurse, Saxon woman nurse. She told my mother, "You should name him Timothy, Miss Dixon. I mean, Miss Dixie. Ain't that some shit?" We remember. A lot of us remember because you know why? You've been here before. Your mom is an aspect of the divine mother, living a human experience. I played the video, I think the other day or yesterday, where a brother was saying how we are connected to Tiamat, how we're connected to her. You got to go back to the video, I think yesterday. And the brother said how we are connected to Tiamat. All of us, all of you melanated brothers and sisters, we got to remember who the fuck we are. Y'all are the Nagas. Y'all are the Asiatic, so-called Africans in Asia, but you were Asiatic here. This country itself, this country is your country. It don't belong to what they call them, to the Siberians. It don't belong to them. Matter of fact, Furburn, shout out to her. She had Raw Hayes on her channel, and they showed Chief Warhorse, located, I think she's in Louisiana. No problem. Chief Warhorse finally got the recognition of the Choctaw Nation, which the real Choctaw looked like us, not the Siberians. I told y'all, things are going to start changing around here because all the mothers are coming together. Chief Redbird is connected to all these mothers coming out. Wow. I was hung in my last life by a white man in Mississippi for walking home late. Wow. What? It's possible, but brother Tim, it's possible. See, you're one of the brothers I know that you're one of the brothers that I know that came from the old channel I was featured on. You know, you've been riding with me since. You know, I don't make up none of the shit over here on our channel, bro. You know I don't. You know I be getting the real downloads and not be talking that crazy shit. You know that. You know how I just be talking, bro. And I'm not the only one, because y'all mods are the ones that have the same gifts. That's why I look at y'all as extended family. So, brother Tim, you said the doctors wanted to abort me, but my grandmother said, "Y'all not killing my grandson." And here we are. Here we are today. Exactly. So, brother Tim, you need to email me sometimes, bro. We need to talk outside of YouTube because I'm trying to talk to a lot of the mods outside of YouTube. Because I'm the same person in front of the camera. I'm not no faking person. We don't do that over here. I don't just be on here to be YouTube famous. I ain't trying to be YouTube famous. I want people to wake the hell up. You know that. Many of you and the other mods know I don't got time for being famous. For what? I've been doing this type of stuff all ever since I was a child. I've been teaching consciousness. I kid you not. 3 years, like, hold up. I was in the first grade or kindergarten. No, the first grade. No, I'm gonna say kindergarten. I'm gonna say kindergarten. And I remember talking to one of my peers, and I closed my eyes and I read her ass like a book. And she's like, "How you know?" I don't know. I remember I was like, I don't know. I just know I felt the vibe, and I was telling her everything about herself. See, many of us have these gifts, and we know for a fact that we're not from here. That's why I keep on telling everybody we're not from here. Excuse me. And also, I've been telling everybody how we're connected to the primordial mother and so on. I kid y'all not. Y'all see how the numbers went from 3, 4, 1, and all of that? I'm telling y'all what's going on. A lot of people watch this channel that have bigger platforms, and I tell all the mods, listen up the keywords that be on these lives. And I said also some people reword stuff over me, rewrite things in their own words. They do watch this live, y'all. If you put down Nega Dezo probably or whatever, I saw what they said about me on Google, y'all. They even had my goddamn TikTok account. They know. And I know I'm being watched because of stuff that I'm talking about, but that don't mean I'm being watched in a bad way. They just saying like, damn, this where the hell this guy come from? I'll tell you, I came here to help wake up our people, and not just our people, but all of humanity, and bring truth with the receipts to back it up. And if you don't like it, that's cool. If you don't like the channel, there's other channels. And I have nothing but respect for those of like Conjure Queen and everybody else that's actually teaching the truth. Black Witch Yaya, shout out to her. Black Conjure, shout out to her. Brother Joseph, shout out to him. Um, Real Kaya, shout out to her. Just to name a few that yours truly know that speaking facts. Thank you, beloved, for saying that. You know what I'm saying? We got so much to do on this plane to keep ourselves intact. But, you know, I really want to say a lot of the people that say that they are aware, they do come on this channel. Brother Tim know, and many other the mods know. And they be like, and one of the mods named Pisces, he like, yo, why this person said something that you said on our channel, and this is not my channel, this is our channel, so don't ever think this is my channel, because I never call this my channel. I would hate to say that, and I don't really use that word, because without you, the subscribers and the mods, there wouldn't be no channel. I'm just talking from information and downloads that come across and come from me, and from the research I did over the years. I've been doing this research since I was in my early 20s, but I've been aware since I was a child. I was always the black sheep. Hell, my damn children are the black sheep of our family. Okay? So, this channel is, I want this to be a special channel for us where we can be ourselves. There's no arguments and none of that stuff over here. We try to be positive and we try to learn with one another. It's all about uplifting and building and learning things and figuring things out over here. There's no debating, but at least those that be taking the information from our channel, at least give credit to all of us, because all the mods on this channel are very knowledgeable and have special gifts, spiritual gifts. Some of the mods have something special in their palm, on their palm. Some of the mods have the letter M on their palm. What do you mean by that letter M? Shout out to Woke Reg. What's her name? Dolores Cannon. Rest in peace to her. She's one of the few Albion women that taught about the second wave, the first, second, third wave, and so on, dealing with the crystal, the indigo, the rainbow children, even down to the rainbow warriors, y'all. Yes, the rainbow warriors. The warriors that's connected to the primordial mother and the galaxy, all of that. The crystal children that comes here that are new souls. The indigo children that have been coming back and forth here. Many of us are what you call light workers, but the light workers came from the darkness into the light. Not the light into the darkness. That's ass backwards. And I got something to say for y'all that's against the dark, though. How are you going to say that you're light when goddamn you came out the triple darkness? Y'all need to wake up out of that shit, because y'all talking, honestly, y'all talking crazy talk. Because you came out the womb, that's triple darkness, right? The cosmos is darkness, right? Isn't the waters considered the abyss, which is also darkness, which is also a reflection of the cosmos when the sun come out, does it not? Look, God, do your adjective. Listen, you gotta go back and go. You gotta go back to the lab and realize who the heck you really are, and start realizing you've been lying to your goddamn self. How you going to talk about the negative towards the darkness when you come out of there? When you came out the womb of your mother when her water broke? How are you going to say the darkness is evil when you sleep with your eyes closed, which bring forth darkness? Many of us sleep with the lights off, don't we? Isn't that the darkness? Now, watch, we're going to have somebody that's been infiltrating the channel that's going to go head on and say, the darkness is evil, the darkness is not right, the darkness is this, the darkness is that. But yet, you resting and you had the lights off, and if you know, and you closed your eyes when you sleep, and that's dark. Um, when you chilling out, sometimes you don't have the lights on all the time, and you turn the lights off, and that's the dark. And you know, when you close your refrigerator, the light go off, and that's your food is in the dark, right? Um, just little things that we got to start questioning. When you are, if you have a mate, husband, wife, when y'all doing grown folks things, don't you be in the dark too? Just saying. When you procreate and have a baby, don't the baby be in the dark too? Just little things we got to start thinking about, because you know some of you are on that school of religion, and you're listening to the people that are funded and running 501c3s that are owned by Rome. And you know that Rome, they pray to the Black Madonna on secret because they don't want them to know, not want people to know that they praying to the primordial mother. Exactly, seeds grow in the dark too. So thank you, beloved. So why y'all saying so much? We're light, we're light, but don't there's supposed to be a balance between light and dark to bring forth the supreme balance, which is the yin and yang. Don't you know that the masculine force is supposed to be the light, and the darkness is the feminine principles that bring forth balance? Don't the male and female need each other to become balanced? Um, the 10% that we use of our brain is the masculine part, but the subconscious is feminine, which is the 90%, which is the darkness. I'm trying to understand and understand and overstand why you're so obsessed with the light when many of you have skeletons that's in the dark that haven't came into the light yet, because you don't want to show that side. There is no such thing as being holier than thou, right? Because that's dealing with the ego. You got to keep in mind, right, that this life is an experience. You are made out of ether, energy. Energy does not die. What does it do? It either goes back from where it came, or it recycles because you have not done all of your mission. And on this channel of ours, we talked about your soul contract. What is your soul contract? That is your natal chart. In one of the lives, I gave the website to learn your natal chart, to start looking at it. And I said it's www.astro.com. I said eventually soon we're going to go over numerology and astrology best way possible so we all can learn what the different planets mean in astrology. And I said we're going to start learning what the numbers mean in numerology and how a lot of those numbers are connected to the spheres of the orbit or the cosmos. And if I didn't say that part, now you know. As far as the cosmos and numerology, numbers don't lie if you know how to use them. See, I really want to tell before I get off this live, all of you that's been against these teachings and y'all say, I don't deal with witchcraft. I don't do that. But you're doing numerology, right? You're doing numerology. That whole witchcraft thing is a craft, it's a science. But don't you know that witchcraft is a watered down version of our science? Because they could not understand our science. So they took bits and tabs of our science to create that science. Remember the show America Horror Story with Angela Bassett playing Marie Laveau? Remember that? And Marie Laveau, those witches was against Marie Laveau, and Marie Laveau had to let them know you can't fuck with me for show because I taught each and every last one of you. Remember how she carried it like that? They thought they could attack her, and she had their asses running, and they was fucked up in the head, excuse my language, and they couldn't deal with Marie Laveau because she was too goddamn powerful because she taught them goddamn going Albion women the science. But they couldn't get into that science because the science was too deep because they lacked something. You know what they lacked? The melanin. Y'all better go back and look at that. Marie Laveau in that show, she was using necromancy and all that. Y'all better go back and look at that. That show with her with Angela Bassett on there. She channeled that energy of Marie Laveau. Y'all better go back and look into that. She was practicing voodoo. That's what she was practicing. That whole witchcraft stuff came from these sciences that I'm talking about. Ifa, voodoo, Palo Miyombe, hoodoo, all of that. You got to remember. Exactly. They could not handle the fullness of it. Let me tell you something. They call Tiamat, like I said earlier, the Black Cosmic Mother. Why would they call her that? But yet she's draconian, they say. Y'all better go back and listen to Bobby Hemmett. Y'all better go back and listen to him. They said Bobby was like 97 or 96% accurate on everything he was saying. This man went to college, could have went and became a millionaire, but he decided to teach his people lectures on the information of our science. He's not lecturing no more, but everything he said years ago in the 2000s and so on is happening in the in the 90s and stuff that he said back then is happening. He talked about the goddess energy. He talked about the primordial great mother. There's a book called The Cosmic Mother out that I even showed on one of the lives. I also mentioned the book called The Great Black Mama of Creation by Suzar. I've been saying that over and over again because it's time for us to realize who we are. Let me tell you something before my phone died. Let me see where we at. We're on 7%, but I ain't gonna be on here too long. Empress 503, I hope you have my email. Okay? Please let me know. Give me the thumbs up. Let me know you got it.
Plug your phone up.
It's gonna mess it up if I plug it up. I ain't gonna do all that. Let me know if you got my email. Please let me know like I got it so you can email me. Check it out. Brother Tim, I showed my email to you, Brother Tim. Those that's watching me, I showed my email. Look, I told you about the book, The Great Black Mama of Creation. I've been letting y'all know about the primordial mother. All right, I'm gonna check it when I get off here and I see it. I got you, okay? Because I don't want to get off of here right now and then this live get all messed up. But in all actuality, what they don't want, what they scared the most is they are scared that the mothers, the so-called black women over here in Turtle Island, are going to wake up. I took a screenshot so I can email you. They are scared that the so-called black women of Turtle Island, or may I say, uh, Tamaray, uh, El Maroc, just to name a few for this country, they scared that she's going to finally wake up and claim everything back. But guess what? It's already happening. It's already happening. Don't you know? Since everybody talking about this whole delineation shit, that delineation shit been going on before all that happened. Because a lot of women that were melanated, they decided to step back, and the men followed too. They're not going to say that. A lot of us been stepped back, which were the ones that were aware. We don't have time to be doing these organizations that are being funded by so-called white supremacists. They want the separation, and I'm going to tell y'all why. They want the separation because they do not want the so-called black woman and so-called black man to get back together and start procreating, because they're on their last leg. The old channel I was featured on, I played a video of an Albion woman when the brother said, which one would you choose? So-called black guys or Caucasian men? And she said out her mouth, in order for me to survive and my children to survive, I need to get with a so-called black man. Exactly. That's why the gender war. They want to divide. We are too powerful. Bingo. They know what time it is, y'all. But also on this channel, I also reached out to those that are called white for passing, and also those that have our DNA, like the Sicilians, like the Irish, like the Scottish, and may I say many others, even down to the people in South America that's dealing with what's this called, El Salvador. They have our DNA because that goes to the Arawak Nation too. The Arawak are also connected to what? The Creek and so on. Those that are in the Caribbean, you're Arawak. You're indigenous to this land. How are they gonna put you out your own land? I'm talking about the people from Barbados, Guyana. I'm talking about the people over there in Jamaica, Puerto Rico. This is your land too. How can they put you out your land? All of you are directly descendants of the Atlantean people. And y'all connected to Tiamat. How can they put you off your damn land? All y'all that practice Santeria, y'all wear all white for a reason, do you not? Y'all that practice voodoo, you wear all white, do you not? Those that practice voodoo, you wear all white, do you not? They don't want you to really get back to your power and start connecting with the primordial mother, because they know for a fact once you connect back with her, all your chakras will align and you will have power connected to the elements of Tiamat herself and the cosmic forces. That's why they try to say it's evil. That's why they try to tell you that it's witchcraft. That's why they try to say to you it's demonic. Why? Because they don't want you waking up. And what they do, they practice it behind closed doors and call y'all dumb ninjas. And for you Puerto Ricans, y'all need to start paying homage to who you really are and realize that you are melanated and that you are also from the bloodline of the Anunnaki, which is also connected to Tiamat, which is also connected to the cosmos. Y'all are mixed because of what they did with the women. They raped them. They also killed the men or unalived the men. All you Dominicans, me no black, me no black. You're melanated. Yeah, you are. That Santeria, that's connected to Ifa and also the cousin to Voodoo. Oh yeah. Those brothers and sisters in Nigeria, that's Yoruba, all y'all that's in Ghana and all that, y'all actually were, like I said earlier, y'all actually are citizens from here because of the continental drift. Remember, Tiamat 85,000 years ago, or 80 something thousand years ago, there was a continental drift that took place where it separated the lands. Y'all were over here, but then when the lands started taking place with the transformation, the volcanic eruptions and the earthquakes that were cataclysmic, y'all wound up being over there. Why do you think Nigeria, you're only 65 years old as a country? Because y'all were over there actually doing a continental drift. Y'all didn't do your research. We were practicing E5 Santeria over here. Y'all better look at that daggone uh 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 um that village down there in South Carolina. Y'all better look that up. And the Massey, I'm not mistaken, is located down in South Carolina too. South Carolina too, along with the Geechee Gullah. Y'all better start doing this research because it was Nigerians that went down to South Carolina and they saw the village and the people was talking Yoruba fluently. Fuck them got daggone Nigerians heads up because y'all been colonized. Y'all better do the research. Y'all better do the research. They've been lying to you. You got to remember, these people rewrote the history books. Y'all better look at Walter Plecker, those in Virginia. Thank you, my beloved. I appreciate it. A lot of people don't be realizing, but they will come on this channel, be like 20, 30, and then it go down to 2 or 3. The next day, you start seeing people on YouTube saying similar stuff. You're like, yo, why I do this? Because I love our people. I love our women. I don't do Becky. I don't get down with Becky. And it's just, that's not my cup of tea. I love my melanated women. I love them. I would do myself an injustice to be with one. Because you know why? I'd rather be with somebody that is the representation of the cosmic mother. And I'd be like, baby, I don't know about you, but we need to go ahead and, we need to get married, something like that. We need to go ahead and do grown folks things and bring another ancestor to this realm. That's where I am at. I don't do Becky. That's not me. No disrespect to y'all, but y'all can't listen. If you're not a sister, I just can't do it. There's no hatred. There's none of that. I'm just being realistic about me. You know what I'm saying? Just being realistic about me. Because I'd rather come home with a woman that look like me, where I can look in her eyes and I can tell her, like, all I gotta do is look at her. It's like, oh, babe, I got you. Yeah. I feel, yeah. How was your date? Well, yeah, I don't even speak it. I feel the vibe. I feel the energy. See, I have a daughter. I teach my son and my daughter this information. They be right here listening to the lives. That's why I try to watch what I say, and they be going to their school, checking their teachers. My daughter checked the heck out her daggone teacher. She's like, he was talking about some daggone thing dealing with history or something, and my daughter said, well, my dad said so and so and so and so. And she kept raising her hand. My dad said this and my dad said that. The teacher got so mad. Oh, he was a brother too. Got so mad. Exactly. Our spaces where you don't have to. That's why this is one of the reasons why this channel was created. And those that don't look like us, oh, y'all can come, but y'all gonna hear the truth over this motherfucker. If you don't like it, oh well. The truth will set you free. If you want to bring your ass over here, you thinking that, oh, this brother talk, this guy talk crazy talk. No, this is historical information. This is facts. Your peers rewrote the history books on purpose. Y'all better look at Walter Plecker, what he did in Virginia. Shout out to Mike TV. Walter Plecker, that guy, he being an Albion, those that were indigenous in Virginia, he literally called the Native Americans or the indigenous people colored. My grandmother, who's 85 years old, was born in Virginia. Matter of fact, Petersburg, Virginia, and she was raised in Pocahontas, one of the so-called oldest black communities in the country. Those that was in Pocahontas were indigenous, are indigenous. And Plecker put down those indigenous brothers and sisters, mothers, sons, daughters that looked like this and called them colored, and they was actually indigenous. My great grandfather, indigenous, and he spoke in Espanol. He spoke Spanish and Portuguese. And he told my grandmother about being indigenous too. My grandfather from Louisiana, blood ties all the way to the Caribbean, Haiti or Hispaniola, Barbados, even down to having indigenous blood, which is dealing with the Washita, the Choctaw, and have also bloodline of the Yoruba. I respect our culture as a people, our legacy, our spiritual practices. This is something I'm letting everybody know on this live. What they not telling? Oh damn, my phone died. That I wasn't thinking. I just got in the zone. So yeah, Walter Plecker did that, but like I said, all of that with my family bloodline and everything. But letting everybody know this is a safe place for our people. But those that's not like us, if you want to come on here, if we down for the truth, information, that's y'all welcome. But y'all need to understand that this is a place for us as a people where truth is going to come out, and we got the receipts. That's just what it is. I'm for humanity, but I'm also for my people. I tell everybody, first things first, my people come first. That's it. Because what people need to understand is some of those that are, because they found that out. But at the same time, right is right and wrong is wrong. If you know for a fact the truth, you got to accept it. Don't go against it, because it's coming out now even more. Because Chief Warhorse finally got the Choctaw recognized and so on for all the fighting that she did. Oh, no problem, beloved. This is what this is. And I try to come on here, but I try to build that be on here, because I don't ever be on here too long. But this is like I'd be on here long enough to share information to keep it going. But mark my words, this small platform is very inspiring to a lot of people. You'd be surprised that actually have bigger subscribers than yours truly, and they do be caught watching this channel. In a few months, been seeing that. and it's not no attack to them, but we give shout outs to everybody that we learned from the Dr. Malachi Yorks, the Dr. Delbert Blairs, the Dr. Jane, the Dr. Amos Wilsons, the Dr. Claude Andersons, the list goes. We don't we give all the great teachers and scholars all the credit. That's where we at. There's a Asian brother named Samuel B. Lee. Shout out to him because he talked about the dragons, and he also did a video on melanin. He also did a video on the 12 stargates. You know what I'm saying? So, we watch a lot of people, but we already know where a lot of the information came from because the Asiatic so-called black woman and man, all this information that everybody's talking about came from us. All the stuff talking about Kemet came from us. The stargates and all that came from us because we talked about that during ancient civilizations, during the times of Lemuria. We knew about the stargates, all the technologies. These technologies of today came from Lemuria because the Lemurians were connected to all these extraterrestrial beings too at one point in time. Nobody don't want to talk about that. They don't want to admit that so-called black people were so highly level, high tech back then that they keep on making it seem like we were nobodies and that we always been oppressed. Every last one of these people took the science that we had and ran with it. Hell, all three of the major religions honestly came from ancient spiritual practices that we did. Like I learned from Bobby Hemmett, the real Christianity is Gnosticism. The real Islam, thank you. The real Islam is Sufism. The real Judaism is the Kabbalah. But all that goes back to the ancient Kemetic science of this country, of the people who were Asiatics. There's a there's an Asian young lady that's on TikTok that's checking her people and saying, no, the original Asians were black people, so-called black people, and we come from them, and they were the original Asians. And also, she said that the original indigenous people were black people. This is coming from an Asian young lady that's on TikTok. I forgot her name. It's coming out. Oh, Sophia, we're not going to go there for Sophia because Sophia is another name for Tiamat. Sophia is another name for Tiamat, and quiet as is kept. Sophia is another name for Oshun, too. Of course, they're not ready. Sophia is also a set, which is the real Christ consciousness and the real Christos. They don't want to know that. They don't get that Sophia was a melanated woman. Why do you think Sophia Stewart made the Matrix movie and Will Smith was supposed to be who? Neo. But instead they got Keanu Reeves playing Neo. But they kept Lawrence Fishburne playing Morpheus. Oh, Will Smith, he slapped himself in the face on that now. He like, I should have took that daggone role. Too late. That man Keanu Reeves is still getting royalties off the Matrix. He don't even have to work no more if he don't want to. Why do you think he been working these other joints? When they realize they have nowhere to hide, of course, they won't. They can't no more. It's done. But my beloveds, I know it's just, it's not that many people, but I want to let y'all know what's up. I love all y'all. Let me go ahead and get back to me just relaxing and Empress 503. I'm going to check my email. We're going to most definitely converse, and I'm going to help you on your journey if that's what you want me to do. If you don't mind, I got you. Everybody that been watching, those that's not watching right now, that's still probably observing, y'all know I don't be on here too long like I used to be. Love, peace, light, darkness, which is supreme balance, which is the yin and the yang, which is the divine feminine and masculine to bring supreme balance. May the primordial mother protect you and yours along with the ancestral spirits of creation and those that are those angels and archangels protect you and yours on your journey. May y'all enjoy the rest of the evening. The weekend, I might do another live. I supposed to be doing another live, I think tomorrow, where I'm gonna try to gather some information about more information about Tiamat. So we got to get things moving. To all the mothers, it is your time to finally unite and bring forth the power and the structure, bring back the matriarchy, so your sons and your men can finally get the power and become the X-Men that Dot Dagon Stan Lee was talking about, and let alone let's start doing everything that need to be done that's been prophesied. And shout out to the Sibyls of Mami Water. Y'all are now reawakening, and this is a great time to be alive. Love all y'all. Thank you.